friends, and welcome back to another video. This is Flower Heart Plans. My name is Harley, and today we are going to decorate and set up the upcoming week in my B6 Plans by Just Scribble planner. And this is for October 13th through the 19th. And we are going to do a recap of the previous 2 weeks in that planner, and then we're going to jump into the decoration because it's been a while since I've uploaded on YouTube. I did film last week's setup, but I didn't have time to edit and upload it. So I don't know if I'm going to upload it now. It would be a little late, a week late. And although I think there's still something to be found in getting inspiration from the decoration, the topics that I'm talking about and everything is for last week. So I don't know if it's even a good idea to upload it. So I think I talked myself out of it just now. So I'm just going to skip that video and just do a recap of what I did for the decoration last week. And then we can look at this week. So to do this week's decoration, I am going to use LiveLovePosh stickers again. That's what I've been using the past couple of weeks in my B6 planner. So this is Posh Halloween. I tore out the sheets already, and I'm going to use this theme. So we have 2 sheets of this one. It's really pretty. I love the flowers in it. So it's still October and dark and moody and gothic, but it has the flowers which bring a little bit of a soft touch to it. Then we have these 2 sheets. So this is the Deco, and there are quotes in this book too. And there are boxes in the back. So for the quotes, we have these 2 sheets right here, which I'm going to take out. And to go with it, I have washi tape from my collection. So I have this spiderweb washi tape that I got at Michael's a couple years ago. I have these skinny washi tapes. These 3 solids I got in a multi-pack at Michael's, I want to say in 2019, and they're still going strong. Washi tape doesn't last forever, but these have been lasting for a few years now, so I'm really happy about that. And then I have these 2 skinny ones. This one I got from a Happy Planner multi-pack, and this one, I don't remember where I got it from. And then I have this floral that I got from a multi-pack at Michael's, and I thought the flowers matched nicely with the flowers in here. If I could find the end, I could unroll it for you. So how are you all doing? I hope you're doing well. I hope you are enjoying October. So these are the flowers next to the stickers, and I think they match really, really nicely. I hope you are enjoying October and the fall weather. If it's fall where you are, here in Chicago, the weather has been getting really chilly, like 60 degrees Fahrenheit. So it's been really, really nice weather to do fall activities. We've done apple picking. We were going to do a corn maze, but Jason got sick, so we didn't get to do that. Then we went to a walk through the forest where they had a bunch of lights set up. So it was really nice, and it was at nighttime. So that was really fun. So yeah, we're just doing lots of fall things. And back to the stickers, I'm also using this washi tape. These 2 are by Simply Gilded from a collection a couple years ago. And then I have this striped pink one and this grid. Both of these are from different multi-packs at Michael's that I got years ago. I haven't gotten a lot of new Halloween washi tape because I have so much in my collection that I need to use up. So that's why a lot of the ones that I just showed you are from 2 to 3 years ago. Then I have my outliners and Zig clean color dot markers in pink, purple, and gray, because those are the colors that I had that match the stickers nicely. Then I have this sticker book, Functionally Chic, just so I can get some of the black boxes that are in here and some of the headers. So now that we've gone over what we are going to use next week, let's talk about how things have been going in this planner. And I'm going to zoom in. Okay, so let's go to the beginning of October because I think that's the last one that I posted. So for the October monthly, I just have a little bit of washi tape and my plans. I come in here and plan ahead of time, so that doesn't leave a lot of space for decoration. So I just put washi tape on the days that are for the previous and the next month just to block that out. And I use the sidebar for any notes that I need. I haven't needed any notes yet, so it's blank. And the bottom, I don't worry about that part because it's not enough to write notes or anything. So I could use it for decoration, but I just didn't feel like it. So this is the October monthly. And then we get into the first week of October, which covers September 29th through October 5th. And I used a Simply Gilded sticker kit from last year that I thought was a good transition into October because it still has flowers. Well, no, let me back up. The sticker kit does have flowers, but I also paired it with the LiveLovePosh Moody Blooms sticker book. So that's where you see the big Deco flowers from. They're from the LiveLovePosh sticker book, and these are the leftovers from the Simply Gilded sticker kit that I used. So I still have a lot left over. But this is where I paired the two together, and I thought this was a good transition because it still had the florals, which bring in a little bit of brightness and fun, with the black and dark purple, which is moody and dark. That's what I think of when I think of October. So I used that for this week, and this was the weekly dashboard pages, which turned out really nicely. The quote in this box says, "And all at once, summer collapsed into fall," a quote by Oscar Wilde, and that's why I thought this kit was the perfect one to use from September to October. This was my notes page and the daily pages. I did something new with the date covers, so usually I just put washi tape in the middle between the day and the date on each page, but this is the first week. Is it? No, the second week. I did it the last week of September, but this was the first week in October where I covered the date and the days at the top, and I really liked how that looked, so I've been doing that all of October. The washi tape was the one that went with the Simply Gilded sticker kit. I bought the washi tape to go with it, so it matches really nicely. So these were those pages, and then we get to this week, the current week. Today is Sunday the 12th. But this was for the week of the 6th through the 12th of October, and I used the LiveLovePosh Posh Halloween sticker book, and I used the black and white collection. I have this page and this page left, plus a little bit from the other two sheets. You get 2 sheets of each Deco sheet. So I have these 2 full sheets left, and then whatever's left on these 2. Plus the boxes that I used. So I will show you what that turned out to look like. And this is the video that I did film, but I didn't have time to edit and upload it. I edited part of it, but time just got away from me. The first 2 weeks of October were super busy at work, and I just didn't have a lot of time after work to work on YouTube stuff. So that's why I haven't posted in a while. But for this one, I used the black and white theme plus some washi tape from my collection. So this was the horizontal weekly, my this week list, my trackers, and my daily gratitude and notes. And I loved how this week turned out. Putting it together was a little bit weird because there's not a lot of color. It's mostly black and white with touches of green and orange throughout. So it's not my usual color palette, but I loved how this turned out. And I covered the days of the week with washi tape and used the LiveLovePosh sticker book for the dates at the top of the page. So this was how this week turned out. I didn't accomplish much from my to-do list. As you will see throughout the days, there are lots of arrows to signify that I migrated a lot of my tasks. And some of them I just haven't gotten to at all. But some weeks it's like that. And yesterday, Saturday, I had a lot of things that I wanted to get done, but I slept the day away. So Well, that's not true. I did get some errands done out of the house in the morning, but when I came back, I was so tired that I just slept all afternoon and all evening. I woke up for dinner and then I went back to sleep. So that was my Saturday. Today is Sunday. I did get a late start to my day today, but this is all the stuff I'm hoping to get done. I know we will not do the corn maze walk because Jason is sick, so I'm just going to scratch that off. But everything else, oh, I don't need to charge my car either because I did that yesterday. But I do need to grocery shop and do laundry and meal plan and all that stuff. So that's on my list for today. We are planning for the 13th through the 19th. What I like to do first is populate my horizontal weekly here on the side with appointments and tasks that I want to see when I look at my week at a glance, because I transfer them to the daily pages also. But when I turn to this 2-page spread, I like to see my week at a glance and see high level what's going on each day. So I do want to put that Monday as a holiday, and then Wednesday I work from home. So I just like to put that in the corner. Thursday I have the one-on-one meeting with my manager at 2:30, and that's an optional meeting. It's a weekly meeting that we keep on the calendar just in case we do have something to discuss. Some weeks we cancel this meeting if there's nothing to talk about, but lately we've been keeping this meeting because I'm going to be out of office 22nd through the end of the month. So there is a lot of planning that has to go into that. So we have been keeping these meetings. So I do want to write it on here. Saturday, we are going to try again to do the corn maze. So I'm going to write that in. We've been trying to get a lot of the fall activities done before my surgery at the end of this month, because once I have surgery, I'm going to be out of commission for at least 3 weeks, and then we go on a trip to Las Vegas, so I won't be able to plan any activities that require a lot of walking or physical activities during that time. So we're trying to get everything done in early October, which is a little bit hard to do. Luckily, the weather has been holding up and it's been feeling like fall. But when we did our apple picking, it was 80 degrees and it did not feel like fall at all. But it was still fun. It just didn't feel like a fall activity. So on Sunday, the 19th, I want to visit my mom and run errands for her. So I'm going to write that in. Then I will decorate this after I do my this week list, but I want to, well, I can put that away, and I want to get a holiday sticker because Monday is Indigenous Peoples Day. I don't have the day off. Jason has the day off, but I have to work that day. But I do want to put that in. Not only do I have to work, but I have to work in the office on that day. I wish I could just work from home, but I can't. So we have all of that. Then I want to do a highlight and a checklist. So let's do this pink. Well, let me see what colors are prominent in the stickers. I believe pink is one of them. Yeah, there's quite a bit of pink in here. So we can just do a swipe here. And then I can take the Zig dot marker. This is actually a red marker, but the pink that I have in the Zig dot markers is too bright. It's like a bright neon pink, so I went with the red instead. So we'll just put a checklist there. That might be a little bit too long for what I need, but it'll do. Then I am going to take my blotting paper just so I don't smear anything and write this week at the top there. And then we can decorate this page. So we have the function. Now we add the fun. And I think I'm gonna do this scene here. This is really nice. Either this sticker or this corner. would go nicely. But I'm thinking I like this scene with the cat and the pumpkins, although I might want some washi tape at the bottom. Do I want the grid or the flowers? I think I like the grid. I'm only hesitating because I used it this week too at the bottom. And I don't want to do the same thing every week, but I think I do like this one to kind of anchor the page. So I'm just going to tear it in half a little bit and put it down at the bottom. It is just slightly too big, so let's tear it there. And then let's put this sticker at the bottom. There is a bit of white around it, so I'm just going to cut ever so slightly around this sticker a little bit, just so I can see a little bit more of that washi tape peek through the end. And it'll cover up what I wrote on Sunday. Does that matter? Yeah, I'll move it over a little bit and it'll go into the crease a little. I could white out what I wrote so I can center this. I think that's what I'll do. So let's white that out and rewrite it underneath. And then we can try to center this here, like that. I think that's cute. That is so cute. And we do have these bats, so let's put one of these down, like it's flying above it right there. And then let's decorate the horizontal part on the side here. So we have this lantern, which is cute. We can put it there. We have another bat. I'm kind of tempted to put this here. We have the skull and we have a pumpkin. I like the pumpkin, but I don't want to put it here because then it'll look like it's supposed to be part of this sticker. So how about I just use a bat here again. I can actually move it up into Thursday. And then we can do the pumpkin down here. Again, there's a lot of white around it, but I think that might be fine. So let's just move it down a bit and put it there. So this side is done. For my weekly to-do list, I need to declutter my closets. That is an ongoing task on my list that I didn't get to this week, but we have a walk-in closet downstairs that has a lot of big items in it that I want to sell or donate. So I need to get those out. And then my closet in my office has a lot of planner and arts and craft supplies that I want to either sell or donate to. So I need to declutter the closets and list items for sale. I also want to decorate the apartment for Halloween and fall. And I think cleaning out the closets will help because I believe we have Halloween decorations from last year that I could use. And then I also want to cleanse my crystals. And I think that is it for now. This list does fill up throughout the week, so it might be empty now, but as things come up throughout the week, I will just write them here before I decide what day I want to do them. So for my focus area, my focus this week is going to be on my personal curriculum because I was supposed to start it last week. And let me show you. I even set up my big happy planner for it. So I would probably need to zoom out for this, but I'm just going to show you really quickly. So I'll leave it zoomed in, but I set up my big teacher layout happy planner for my personal curriculum. I did film a video of this, but again, it's kind of out of date now because it's from last week. So I would need to edit that and upload it if I even decide to do that, or I might just film the upcoming week. Either way, I set up that planner and everything, and I didn't do as much as I would have liked for my personal curriculum, which is not a big deal because the whole point of it is just to learn and have fun with it. So I'm not putting too much pressure on myself, but I do want to make it a priority since I have a separate planner for it and everything. I want to make the most out of it. So my focus this week is going to be on my personal curriculum. And my priorities, I think my priorities are just going to be building routines. So let's do routine building. And that's for my morning and evening routines. I'm getting in the habit of waking up earlier, so that's good, but I don't do much with the extra time that I have in the mornings. So I want to not be productive because there are times where rest and relaxation are important, but I find that I'm just kind of taking longer to do my morning routine, lounging around a bit more when I want to like pack my lunch. I want to read a little bit. I just want to do something with my mornings other than lounging around. And the same with my evening. I want to do more stuff than just scrolling or lounging around doing nothing. So that's what I want to do for my focus and priorities. Then I want to put in my daily gratitude. I've decided to keep it here for now until next year when I'm going to change up how I do my daily gratitude. And so I'll use the purple there, and then I guess I'll use the purple here too. I don't usually use the same color, but I only have 3 mile liners. So we'll do that, and then I usually have a very short to buy list. And then we can use the gray for my notes area. And then we can write in the header. So this is daily gratitude. These are the days of the week. This is my to buy list, and these are notes. And for my daily gratitude, I usually write one word or short phrase of something I'm grateful for each day. Next year, that will change when I start journaling in my A6 Hobonichi. I will have a notebook that is dedicated to journaling, and on the monthly, I'm going to do my daily gratitude where I can write more than just one word. I will be able to write at least a sentence to get in a little bit more details about what I'm grateful for. I got that suggestion from someone in my comments, so thank you for that suggestion. I am going to implement that in 2026. So, moving on, I do want to highlight my habits here at the bottom, just so it's easier to track off each day. Because this past week, it was a black and white theme, so I didn't highlight the bottom, the trackers. And it was okay, but I'm so used to having colors on here that it took a while to get used to. So I'm going to go back to highlighting the habit and the days of the week. And I only have 3 to switch between. So we have pink, let's do purple. And then we can do gray, although this gray is a bit dark. The mile liners have a light gray and a regular gray. This is the regular gray that I'm using because it matches the zig dot marker better than the lighter gray. So let me hurry up and do this part. Oh, and I did film a video unboxing my sterling ink order that I got for 2026. But again, I didn't have time to edit that video. So I'm thinking I will just scratch that video and do a 2026 planner chat kind of video where I go over the planners that I've gotten so far for 2026. I'm still waiting on one, my B6 plans by Just Scribble planner, but I have everything else that I'm going to use. Yeah, I think I have everything else I'm going to use for 2026. So I can do kind of like a show and tell of those items, which I think will be better than doing an unboxing of the Sterling Ink planners because there are a ton of videos already unboxing those, so I don't want to be redundant, but I was so excited, so I did want to show you what I got. So let's see, for my habits, I like to track Tidy Up, meds, vitamins, although 2 weeks before my surgery, there are certain vitamins I cannot take, so I have to be careful about which vitamins I'm taking and which ones I'm not. Then I like to track whether I wake early, which lately I've been doing because Jason got me a clock. I don't know if you've heard of the Alarmo. I think that's what it's called, the clock by Nintendo. But it's a clock that will definitely make you wake up early if you have trouble with that, which I do. I usually turn off my alarms or hit the snooze button on my alarms, and I just keep doing that until it's at the point where I must get up or I will be super, super late to work. So this Alarmo clock basically plays music, and it has a sensor to tell if you're laying down in bed or not. So it makes you get up and actually walk away from the bed in order to turn the music off. So I've been doing that. And it's been working only because I don't want the music to go off for such a long time that it wakes up Jason, because he's kind of a light sleeper. So I've been using that for the past week and it's been working, but it's been kind of making me mad in the morning because I'm like, I want to just hit snooze and lay back down and it won't let me. If I lay back down within the hour, the music will go off again, which is the point of it. The point is to wake me up early, which it does, but it doesn't allow me to be lazy in the morning, which is something that I like. But I do need to get out of that habit, so I'm thankful that he had the idea to get me that clock because it has been working. It's just that I'm not in the habit yet, so I'm not too happy about it, but it is working. So over here, I put decoration because my to-buy list is never this long. My notes area, I usually have a lot of notes, but I mostly use the blank grid page on the next page for most of my notes. So these are just for notes that I need to write in a small space for whatever reason. So I can put decoration pretty much here and here. So I usually put a big corner piece. But I think first I want to put some washi tape down. I think I could either use this grid or not grid. I could use the stripe, the really skinny stripe, or I could use the flowers. But I think if I use the flowers, it'll clash with any flowers on the sticker that I use. Or will it? Now I don't know. I think I might use the flowers now that I'm thinking about it. That might look kind of nice. And let me get my washi cutter card. And I think I'm going to use this pumpkin corner piece that we have here. And put it there. That's kind of cute. I really like that. And I think that might be all I put down, because that's really cute and simple. I probably would like something up here, but I'm not sure. I kind of don't want to put the skull down just yet. Maybe I'll do this bottle. It says Witch's Brew. And I can put that up there at the top. Kind of covers my R. Let me rewrite that. Okay. And what else do I want to put down? I think that might be all that we need. Yeah, that's all I'm going to put down on these 2 pages. So that's done. Let's move on to my notes page. This is just going to be really simple notes page. Sometimes I use this page as a brain dump. Other times I use it for structured notes. It just depends on what I need that week. So I just put washi tape on it, a couple of stickers, and call it done. At the top here, what do I want to do? I think I might just do this black washi tape. I don't use this one that much, so there's still a ton left on the roll, so I might as well use this. And we'll put this at the top here. And I do want a sticker that says notes, so I'm going to go into this one and just grab one that says notes. Am I missing it? Okay, I'm not seeing a notes sticker on there, but I definitely had one because I used it this week. Where did I get that from is the question. Maybe it was from the back of this one, because there are black boxes. Oh yeah, it was from here. And so they have headers in here too. So I'll take the notes from this one, and I'll just kind of eyeball it, put it at the top there. I am getting a hump at the top and bottom of my book because I put washi tape in the same spots every day, mostly because I'm not that creative. I've seen people do vertical washi tape or do something diagonally or something creative. I'm not that creative, so I kind of do the same thing top and bottom every week, but I can feel it, the hump that's becoming prominent at the top and bottom of my page. So then the rest can just be open pretty much. I might want to do maybe the spider web. Ooh, that's way bigger than I expected. I think maybe I would want to put this at the very top of the page and put the notes over it, because this sticker is a lot bigger than I expected. But I want to put it down in such a way that it goes to the very top without going over. So let me turn it this way. And I think that will be the spot. I probably could have gone a little bit higher, but I think that's fine. And then I can put the notes back down like this. That way we have a spider web at the top and at the bottom. And let's look at the quotes to see if there's anything we want to put down here. We have spooky season, which is perfect. Yeah, I think spooky season would work, along with maybe something off of this one. I could do this corner piece, but I feel like that's taking a lot of the page away. So let's see, because I want the spooky season to be on the left-hand side somewhere. Maybe I don't need anything around it. Maybe I'll just put this down and do something simple like the skull that I was going to use. I could put that down next to it, like that. Okay, notes page done. Now the question is, do I want to cover up the day and the dates? And if so, what days am I going to use? Because this is just deco. There are no dates or days for this. So I could use black like I did last week. And there are some in this LiveLovePosh sticker book. We have the days, And I believe the dates are in here too, right here. And I would probably do, I was going to say the bigger ones, but the smaller ones might work too. I kind of like these big ones though. Yeah, let's do the bigger ones, the circles. So I'm going to take the skinny washi tape and hope it covers the day and the date at the top. Although, oh, that's very see-through. That's very see-through. How about we try a different one? So let's put that one back on, and maybe, just maybe, something with a pattern would work better. Like that. And then at the bottom, let's do the flowers. Like that. And then we can do Monday here. And this is the 13th, I believe. Yep, the 13th. And I could do it here. I could still put it at the end. That looks kind of nice. Or I could put it close to it. I would like to have it next to it, so let's do it there. Yeah, I like that. So let me go through. I know you don't want to watch me put down all the washi tape and the days, so I'm going to go through, put that on, and I will be right back. Okay, so I have all of the washi tape and date covers down. I alternated between the black skinny washi tape and the striped at the top, and then I use different ones at the bottom. So we have the Simply Gilded washi tape here, which I love that scene, is very detailed. Then we have the floral, then a grid, and I just use the floral and grid for the rest. So let's go back to here, and we want to start decorating what we need. On my daily pages, I usually just have a to-do list and a notes area. And that seems to work for me for my daily pages. So I'm going to do the same thing here. And for my checklist, I'm going to use the Zig dot marker. I just need to find my grid paper. So I don't smear anything. And then we want to put in our headers. So this is to do. And this is notes. I probably should go through and do that for each page too, but I'm not going to do that. It would save time in the video, but I will just go page by page from here on. So then I want decoration. Monday is a holiday, so I do want to note that. And we have another sticker for Indigenous Peoples Day. Unfortunately, it is gold, which I didn't think about, but it shouldn't matter too much. I think it'll be fine. There is gold in the Simply Gilded washi tape too. Silver would have been a little bit better, I think, but the question is, do I want this in a box? I think I do. So let's get a box from here, and I think I'm going to stick with black. So let's get a black box that this will fit in. I think it'll fit in one of these. So let's put it here at the top. I'm going to turn the book just so I can line it up with this top corner. And then I might want to put some deco with it, but let's put it in here like this. Perfect. It's hard to see with the glare, but I think that looks really nice. So what deco do I want to put with it? We have these small pumpkins I can do, but I'm not sure. I think I'm trying to save 2 of these to use later. So I'll keep these 2 pages out and I'll put these back in the book. So let's see, we have the bird I could use. Or I could use the bat. The bat might be a better option. Like that. And I can put the crow or raven back on here like that. Then what do we want down here? I think I would want something that doesn't cover up my notes area. So how about I put a little bit of washi tape, maybe this really skinny black with white stripes, and I can use it as a divider here and put a sticker above it. So then what would I want to do above here? I could do the window. That would be cute. But I feel like it wouldn't take up as much space as I would want to take up. Because my to-do list for Monday, tomorrow, I already know it's not going to be that full. Because there's just stuff for work that I'm going to have to do that's going to fill my day. I might even have to work late tomorrow. So, but why am I thinking about this way too long? So let's just do the window. I kind of want to center it on the washi tape, but then I also want to center it beneath this box. So let's center it like this, kind of beneath the box. And then on either side of it, I can do this lantern. Although the lantern probably would have looked better on this side. But I could do it here still. Or, what else could I do by the window? I could do the skull, but we have a skull here. I don't want to mimic that. We have a candle. I'm not sure. Oh, we also have quotes. Let's take a look at these. Something wicked this way comes. I like that one. I like this one, but I might want to cut it. I'm just going to cut it and see what happens. I'm going to cut each line. Then we can put it down how we want. So we have something. If I want it down here, I can move this line in a little bit. And I can either have this one go out. Yeah, I think I'll do it like this. I'll just put it here. Like that. That's cute. And then maybe something else here would work. I really want to use this bird. I'm not sure why, but I really want to use him, but he might clash with the bat that's already there. Oh, I could put him right here. He fits perfectly. He fits very perfectly, but then I feel like he fits really nicely there. But I'm hesitating because it would be too much. I'm kind of doing too much. And it would clash with the bat that's already on the page. And I don't think I could take up this bat because it's been down for a while. And these LiveLovePosh stickers are very sticky. So I think this is all I'm going to do for this page. And this page is done. Let's move on to Tuesday. And this one I could use the purple for my header. And on this page, let's use the gray. Let's just use all the colors in order. So I use pink, purple, and gray. And for this one, let's use the purple zig dot marker. And on this one, of course, we can use the gray. And then we want to write in our headers. So this is to do. And these are notes. For Tuesday, let's see, what do we have going on Tuesday? We don't have anything on Tuesday. Wednesday, I work from home. I could just put that in something like this. Or I could just get a small box for it. So let's go back here and get a box like this. Really small. I might want to layer it with something. So how about I take this spider web and I'll turn it upside down. I'm going to line it up off the edge of the page. There's kind of a margin here, so I'm going to put it inside that margin. But I am going to move it up a bit. And then I can put the box here. And I can use the other end of the zig marker, or I can use the other end of the mile liner. Let's do the mile liner and just put work from home. And what do I want next to it? I could do the skull, although there's a lot of white around it. I could also do the lantern. I just want something small, something decorative next to it. Yeah, let's do the lantern. And for Tuesday, what do we want to do for Tuesday? I like this corner piece, but it's going the wrong direction. If I put it down on any page, it'll cover up my notes area. Unless I put it down first and then move my notes area in a bit, which I could do. Let's see, what do we want to do for Tuesday? Oh my God, did I lose an opportunity to use the bird? I totally forgot that I had this. Yeah, I'm going to try to take up this lantern and use the bird instead. Let's see. I might regret that, but... Oh, that looks so nice. That looks so much better. I like that a lot. Now, where can I use this lantern? Because he needs a home now. Now that I took him up, he needs some place to live. I can't find a place. Maybe here at the bottom? In my meal tracker? Yep, there we go. Now he has a place to stay. And I think I want to use this ghosty. I think I want to use the ghosty. So I'm going to take this white with black striped washi tape, because I don't want to take up my notes area. I tend to have quite a bit of notes that I use on a daily basis, because I use it The notes area I use for daily logging, anything that I might want to put in my journal later on. So I do keep quite a few notes down here at the bottom, and I don't want to take up that space. So I want to kind of put the ghosty here. Like that. That's cute. It needs something with it. I could do this, vase and pumpkin, or I could do a quote. Let's see what quotes we have. We have ghouls just want to have fun. Pick your poison, trick or treat. How about this one? I could put here at the top. I could put to the side. I think I'll put it at the top so that way it doesn't cut into my to-do list. So let me see if I can just pull this one up a little bit, because I think this goes underneath it just a tad. Like that. It goes into the spine a little bit, but I think that's cute. That's really cute. Okay, so then on this page, because it is a little bit empty, how about we just use the black cat down here. That page is done. Let me just double check. Yeah, that page is done. Then we move on to Thursday. And I will just go back to, actually, let's do the gray for this day because we have the black washi tape, and I'll do the pink for Friday. And then we'll do the gray on Thursday. And I definitely need my blotting paper. If you're not familiar with this planner, this is the B6 Horizontal Plans by Just Scribble Planner. And for this year, 2025, it uses the Cosmo Air Light paper, which markers and pens take a little bit of time to dry on here. So that's why I'm making sure to use my blotting paper so I don't smear the marker. Next year, I believe the paper is different, and I'm excited to try that out because I did pre-order this planner for next year, the B6 Horizontal Plans by Just Scribble Planner. It comes in 2 volumes, so January through June and then July through December. But I'm super excited to try out the new paper. So this is to do. That's a bit sloppy, but that's fine. And these are notes. And Thursday I have a meeting with my manager. I could just put it in this instead of having a box, or I could still put in a box. I think I'll just put in this wreath. If I'm being honest, that seems like the simplest thing to do. It's quite big, but that's fine. So this is my one-on-one meeting. And I usually put a little box just to check off if we had the meeting or not, because sometimes we do cancel that meeting. So I have this extra space here because it didn't take up the entire box. Not sure what to do with that. Could I put a broom there? No, that clashes. Maybe I'll just underline it to take up some space. And then I think that's all the decoration I'm going to use on this page. Although I could use these boots, put them down here just for a little something. And then on Friday, what do we want to do on Friday? I have to use one of these crescent moons at some point. But I don't want to put something at the top because I put something at the top on Thursday. I want to do something a little bit different. So how about I do this spiderweb and pumpkin situation. it is going to take up my notes area. Do I have anything for Friday? I don't. Yeah, it's going to take up a bit of my notes area. And do I have any quotes that I want to use? Nope, there aren't any quotes that I want to use, but this does look a little bit empty. So how about... Actually, I'm not sure what to put at the top here. I could do the crescent moon, that one or this one. Or I could just leave it open and extend my to-do list. Let's see. Or maybe I could put this. Oh no, it would be upside down. I was going to say I could put this little corner piece at the top. Something about these pages just make it look empty, and I'm wondering if I have another book with quotes. I also have the Autumn Allure sticker book by LiveLovePosh, and there are Halloween stickers in here, so maybe... Oh, they don't have quotes with them, but they have these quotes. I see some Halloween quotes in here, so let's just take a look. Okay. We have Trick or Treat. These are mostly autumn quotes. There are 2 pages of those. Then we have this Boo, which is cute. We have the Squat Ghouls. That's cute. And I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. So that one's not going to work. Yeah, these aren't going to work. And I'm not sure what I'm looking for to even know what I would want up there. Those are just the same ones. Okay, let's move on to Saturday, Sunday. And I do really want to use this sticker. So I think I'm going to use it. It looks nice above this washi tape, because the flowers look like they go. Or I could put it over the grid and it doesn't meld as much, but let's just take it off and see. Yeah, I think I'm going to put it on the grid. I'll move it down a little bit so that it goes into the washi tape. And then I can put my highlight here. So my to-do list can still go here. Then my highlight usually goes above the 5 o'clock mark. So it'll go here. And then I'll take the gray, put my checklist here. And then, let's see, do I want to use this piece? No, I think I'm just gonna use the purple on this one and do it like I normally do. Put a header at the top and right above the 5 o'clock mark. Then I'll use the purple dot marker. Then I'll put in my headers. So this is to do. And these are notes. Okay. So I could put something here. I do want to use one of the crescent moons. And I'm thinking I want to use this one. Oop. oops, I tore it. Let's try to put it back together. And I think I want it in this corner. Like that. That's cute. That is so cute. And then we still have a lot of deco left. Do I have anything for Saturday, Sunday? Saturday is a corn maze, and Sunday I'm going to visit my mom, but I don't usually put that in a box. The corn maze, I don't want to put it in a box because it might change. So I'm not going to use a box for anything on Saturday and Sunday. Kind of would like a chores list for Sunday. You know what? I'm just going to do a double column checklist for Sunday because there might be a lot that I have to do, and I'm just going to eyeball it. I'm not going to actually measure to see if it's half the page. So we have our 2-column checklist. Let's use the skeleton hand holding the flowers. Oh, that kind of cuts into it. Where can I put this? Okay, this was a bit premature. I took up the sticker, but I don't have anywhere to put it. So let's try to put it back on the page. Where did I get this from? Here. Okay, let's go back to Saturday, Sunday. What do I want here? I really like this sticker. I don't know where to put it. I could put it here. It would take up a lot of space. But since I have 2 columns for my checklist, that won't be that big of a deal. I just want to white out these top 2. Actually, the top 3. So let's see. I could move it up a bit, but I do want to move it over here. It's a bit crooked, but I do like that a lot. We have the witch's hat we could use for sure. But then what would I put in this corner? Because I don't want it to be just empty space. But if I put this here, it'll create this little area here, which I don't want to do. I think maybe I'll use this instead. And I can put it at the bottom here if it's not too big. I might have to move it down. But I could put it there. That way I still kind of have my whole notes area. I don't need the witch's hat right now. Although if I wanted to, if I really wanted to, I could put it here. Let's see how this will look. I feel like I'm overdoing it at this point, but when has that ever stopped me? So I'm going to put that there. And then I want a quote to go under this wreath. I like this one that says, "Some days I'm extra witchy. I'm a haunt mess." That's cute. Let's do this one. "Some days I'm extra witchy." Like that. That's cute. That is really cute. And although these stickers aren't going to stick down now, so I do have to find somewhere to put them. Because they will not stick. So we can do the pumpkin next to the cat. Although again, there's a lot of white around it and I want it to be a little bit closer. Okay, so I wasn't very careful and I did cut into the design a little bit. But hopefully you can't tell Then we can put this closer to the cat, like that. And then we have this one that won't stick down either, the skull with the flowers. I'm not sure where this one should go. I think I'm just going to put it at the top here, like that. And then I will have to cut off this part that hangs over. Like that. And let's see, I think we're done. I think I put down all the stickers I could possibly put down. So, although this one is not sticking either. So, can I plop this down somewhere? I think I'm just going to put it down by the skull. Or I could put it on the other side of this, but it would only be like half the pumpkin. Okay. No, we're done. That is all the stickers I'm going to put down. I promise. I promise. So, let's do any tasks that I know of ahead of time. I prefer coming in the day of or the night before to write in my to-do list, but I could probably fill in Monday at least because I know what I will and will not get done today. So I will have to grocery shop because I will probably most likely not get to the grocery store today because it's already 4 o'clock. Then I need to, oh, that's all I can migrate from this list. The other things, if I don't do them, I could do them throughout the week. So they don't have to be done on Monday. I will probably have to edit a video. I might not post it, but I at least want to get a little bit of the editing done because the editing takes a long time. I use iMovie, and there are better programs out there that you could pay for, but iMovie is free for me, so I use that one, and I'm not the best at using it, so it does take a little bit of time for me to edit even a simple video. So we have that, and then I will cook dinner, and I will wash dishes after I do that because when I cook, I make a huge mess. Oh, I need to update my resume and apply to jobs. Jason and I were looking into moving to a different state, to Florida specifically, but we've decided to stay in Chicago for at least another year or two. So I'm going to be looking for other jobs in the Chicago area, which is better for me because the job market here is better than it is in Florida. But it also means that we don't get the excitement of moving to a different state and the nice weather and all that jazz. But this is what we have decided to do for the next couple of years. So I do need to update my resume to apply to jobs here in Chicago. And I think that's all I need to do for Monday. There might be items that I move from my weekly list to Monday. But for now, that's all I'm going to write. Tuesday, I need to tidy my desk because I work from home on Wednesdays. So Tuesday evening, I clean off the half of my desk that I use for work so that I can work from home on Wednesday. I keep flipping back to the previous weeks just to see what I usually do because I know I'm going to have to charge the car throughout the week, do another grocery run throughout the week, but I don't know what day for sure. So Friday, I like to prep filming. Let's see, I want to polish my nails. And Saturday is when I plan to film videos. Hopefully I actually upload them. I want to edit and upload. Sunday, I want to visit my mom and run errands and do chores for her. I think I got all of my high-level weekly tasks. We might do the corn maze. I will write it down here because if it's on my checklist and I have to scratch it off, that's fine. But I didn't want it in a box and then have to scratch that out. So I will write corn maze. And then I'll put the time that we decide to go in there too. And I think that is it. Sunday I do my chores. So let's see. I will have to tidy office, vacuum upstairs, which means the office and the bedroom. I will have to clean my bathroom, wash dishes, and then I'll leave it open for anything else that comes up. But most likely I will do a grocery run and a meal plan and meal prep. And that's all I'm going to write for now. So let's do a recap, and that'll be it from me. I love how this turned out. LiveLovePosh stickers are becoming my new favorite stickers to use. They are just so detailed, so vibrant, so pretty. So we have the horizontal weekly for October 13th through the 19th. This is where I put my high-level tasks, appointments, holidays, anything I want to see when I look at my week at a glance. Then we have my weekly to-do list for items that either don't have a set due date or I don't yet know what day I want to do them, but I want to get them done this week. I put those items here. And for this page, I use the focus and priorities as intended. And then I do a daily gratitude and to buy list in this checklist area. And in the grid area, I put notes. Then I have my habit trackers and meal tracker here at the bottom. This blank grid page I use for notes, either for notes throughout the week or for a brain dump or a specialty list that I need to write down. Basically, this page is for anything that overflows from the days. I will put it here. Then we have the daily pages. This is Monday with a to-do list, a notes area, and some decoration. So that's Monday. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I really love how this turned out. I am so excited to continue using this Posh Halloween sticker book throughout October. There are still a few collections in here that I need to use, but I also have the Autumn Allure sticker book with Halloween in it that I have to use up. So I do have other planners to decorate, but I'm super excited at how the LiveLovePosh Deco stickers turned out. I haven't been using a lot of full box stickers in my planner. I did when I used the Simply Gilded kit. I used box stickers a little bit, but I haven't been using them in the traditional way that I used to use them in my Stylogy. So the Deco stickers are working for me, and I really like that. But anyway, that's all I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching this video and hanging out with me, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.